is Cammie. Welcome back to Crimson Reads. I'm sorry it's been a while. I had some stuff going on at home, trying to figure out about moving again, so it'll be a new setup yet again, which will be common probably with my channel because I like to move a little bit too much. But yeah, anyways, I'm sorry it's been such a long while. I've had a couple of ideas floating around my head. I've had a few things that I needed to get done, but that being said, I haven't really been in a big reading mood, which has become a little bit more problematic with actually sitting down and filming a video for BookTube. I wanted to talk about Japan for a bit, had a couple of other, I really wanted to talk about writing because I'm inspired to write again. I've been planning, I have like a whole entire like potential series like I want to write. So I don't know, maybe I'll do like a writing vlog at some point, or like, I don't know, we'll see. I need to actually commit to writing though, so we'll see. Anyways, today I am going to be doing the Unpopular Opinions Book Tag, as I didn't really want to do a review. I have a couple books to review. I have officially DNF'd Children of Blood and Bone. If I decide to go back to it, okay. It's just, the book is not for me, and I wasn't enjoying it. So, I don't think it's a bad book, it's just not my kind of book. So, okay. The Unpopular Opinions Book Tag, I don't know who originally did it. I found this from a couple of different people who have done the book tag, so I'll try to put down in the description if I can find who originally created the tag. So I'm sorry, I know I'm like millions of years late on this anyways, and also it doesn't help with the fact that I was on tag, but you know what, who cares? I'm still going to do the tag anyways because it's fun and I wanted to film a video. Anyways, so the questions I will also have down in the description in case no one's done this tag, though I hardly doubt it. So the first question is a popular book or series that you didn't like. So I'm sure I have actually quite a few of them. Some of the most notable and most obvious are Throne of Glass and the Mortal Instruments series. Some others that I didn't like was A Darker Shade of Magic by E. Schwab. I might still continue it. I read the first book earlier this year, and it was not good. It put me more into a reading slump, and I didn't like it. I tried really hard to like it. It's everything I should have loved, and it fell flat. The world building is beautiful though, so. Another series I really didn't like was the Elite series, I believe is what it's called, by Mary Lou. No, absolutely not. I couldn't even finish the book. I wanted to throw it. I hated it. And the other one is The Hunger Games and Divergent. Neither of those books are anything I'd be interested in. I read the first book of Divergent. It was okay. I got bored, had no interest in picking up the second book. Will never probably ever do that. I tried to read The Hunger Games. I got 50 pages in, and I hate the writing style, and I'm not interested in the plot, and so yeah. The second question is a popular book or series that everyone else seems to hate but you love. Now, I don't know if these are actually hated books, to be honest, and I have a really hard time figuring out what books are actually hated, but I don't hear people talking about Crown's Game. I don't remember the author's name. Evelyn Skye or Evelyn Skye? Yeah, The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. Yeah, I actually really like the book. I don't know if I'd say it's an amazing book or not. I really love Russia. I find it fascinating. And you could tell that she's done a lot of research and has a lot of cultural insight in it. And it was really beautifully written. And I think that's actually the last book to have made me cry. I think it was about 2-3 years ago. But I like the book. And another book for classics that I hear a lot of people go meh on. Like, I don't really hear people say like, ooh, I love it. And I know a lot of people who are like, oh goodness, J.D. Salinger is not for me. And I really love Catcher in the Rye. It was probably my favorite. If the table is shaking, it's because my cat decided to jump up here. I'm sorry. Probably one of my favorite classics, which is Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I really like it. I like the entire weaving of the story around innocence, child innocence, and when you should lose childlike innocence, and how early is too early, and what it means to be a child, especially in that time of age where I think it was right after World War I or World War II, I believe, so there's a whole bunch of turmoil going on. I don't know, I thought it was really interesting. One more classical literature piece that I really love that I don't hear people talk about, which is The Stranger by Albert Camus. I really like that one too. I really thought it was fun and fascinating to really get into. I think his name is like Marcel, to really get into his mindset and what it means to be sort of psychotic in his own way. But it's really interesting. I really like it. So that's classical literature. Question number 3 is a love triangle where the main character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with, or an OTP that you don't like. So the thing is here, I don't generally buy into a lot of the OTP and love triangle stuff anymore. I got really bored of it, so I don't really reach for books that have it very often anymore. That being said, when I was younger, I used to. But I generally liked the characters that they ended up with. But I do have a couple. I think I have two. One of them is from the Shadow and Bone series. Is it the Grusha series by Lee Bardugo? I don't like who Alina ended up with. So much so that I have read a decent amount about what happens in the books, but I will probably never read the entire series because I read the entire first book and I didn't like this character. And I was not feeling the book as it was, but I really love Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, and I wanted to get the references, and I want to read the book that's coming out. Oh goodness, I don't know what's coming out, but King of Scars, I really want to read Nikolai's and all this kind of stuff. And so I was like enjoying the Dark Lane and all like the evil tendencies of him and all this kind of stuff. I was reading on it, and I just don't like the character in general that she ends up with. So it just sort of fell flat for me. So I don't think I'll ever finish that. I don't know, maybe. And then the other couple, I don't really think this is spoilers anymore because it's been out forever and everyone knows it, but I have a lot of thoughts on Harry Potter, which I still like to go over, but I really hate Harry and Ginny together. I did not like them. I actually disagree with almost every one of the couples that they ended up together at the end of Harry Potter. Did I like any of them? I also really hate Ron and Hermione together too. I don't think I liked any of them. I have a lot of differing thoughts though, but yeah, Harry and Ginny and Ron and Hermione were not favorites of mine. And then question number 4 is a popular book genre that you hardly reach for. So the number 1 popular genre that I never reach for is mystery. I'm not a big mystery fan. There's a couple times I read mystery, but I'm never reading it for the mystery aspect. I don't find them fun. I don't find them interesting. They rarely surprise me. I'm very hard to impress, sorry, and it's really hard to surprise me even in mysteries or in really any book. So mysteries just bore me. Sci-fi is a big one. I really don't like sci-fi. I really try. I've tried so many times to like sci-fi, and there's like certain aspects that'll like get me, and if there's like just a little bit of sci-fi put into a general book that I like, that's great, but like I will never reach for a book just because of sci-fi. And sometimes contemporary is very much a pick and choose for me, and with contemporary, I read a lot to get out of the real world, so for me, contemporary is just not interesting because it's the real world, but like romance or a slice of life and all this kind of stuff, I don't know. I like that in anime and like TV dramas. Like that's fun, that's cute, and that's perfectly fine, but to read I want to be able to explore my imagination, and that's not part of my imagination. Question number 5 is a popular or beloved character that you do not like. Number 1 character on that is Ron Weasley. I hate him. I absolutely hate everything about Ron Weasley. People have tried to make so many defenses for him. He just annoys me. He'll never get better. He'll never be someone I like. So Ron Weasley is the number 1. Another one, I don't know if she's beloved, but I know people really love the book, which is the book I just DNF'd, which is A Children of Blood and Bones by Tomi Adeyemi. So it's Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. And I don't know. I really don't like the main character. I mean, I didn't really like either of them. Amari was better than Zelie. I don't know how to pronounce it. Zelie is how I pronounce it. But I didn't really like either of them. And let's not even get started on the guy. What's his name? No, Zane was okay. He's just the normal older brother complex. And, God, I blank out his name. I did not care about him that much. Did I not remember? The other guy, weird love interest thingy that's happening with Zelie. I don't know. Didn't like Amari's brother. Not interesting, any of those characters. The other one is a character that I might get hate for, and it's Taylor from Queens of Geek. Oh, Queens of Geek. I think it's Queens of Geek. I always get that title wrong. But I did not like Taylor. I like the concept of her. I like what the author was trying to do with her. But she just fell flat for me. And she just rubbed me wrong. And I just didn't find that I liked her that much. But I liked the concept. I liked her and Charlie together. And I liked her and her... Jamie? Is that his name? I think his name is Jamie. I liked them together as well. And I really liked how they treated her with her autism. Not terrible. Definitely not terrible. I don't hate her or anything like that. It just wasn't as captivating for me. The 6th question is a popular author that you can't seem to get into. Cassandra Clare. I don't really think I'll ever read her books ever again. So, Cassandra Clare. Sarah J. Maas. That really disappoints me to put on there. I found some stuff out. I can't remember 100% if it's true or not. It might be rumors. But a lot of what I see of her on social media didn't impress me, so I'm not really interested in reading Sarah J. Maas anymore. Her books are really falling flat for me. I loved Throne of Glass, the very first book, and I liked the second book a lot. And then it does. And that could also go back to the OTP there, because I really liked Selena and Dorian together, which I think is now like very uncommon, but I love them together. And I didn't like Hale, and now there's a guy named Rowan, and there's all these other things happening. I just, nope, next, completely done. Will never read that book again, the series again. And the other one is Marie Liu. I don't know much about it, but I just can't get into any of the books that she puts out. I didn't like the Elites. I'm not interested in like whether Warcross and those books. I don't know. Nothing about her is interesting to me. I don't like her writing style. So that's one. Question number 7 is a popular book trope that you're tired of seeing. So I have 3, I believe. Yeah, that I could think of off the top of my head. I'm sure there's a lot more. One of them being chosen one trope. I hate it. I hate the whole entire thing of being you're chosen one, woohoo! You're the one who has to go on the adventure. You're the one who's gonna save the world. No, that never, like, I don't know. That's boring to me. I really like anti-heroes and that kind of concept a lot. That's why I really love Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, because they're more anti-heroic than like they're chosen to be like these amazing protectors. No, I don't really vibe with that. I don't like love triangles. They're okay. I'm just sort of bored of it. If you do them right, I mean do them honestly well, I like it. But more often than not, I will avoid anything that says love triangle. Bubbles is making noise, sorry. And the third trope I don't like is the ugly girl who's actually pretty. Kat from Paperbackdreams brought up this like trope that she don't like, and all I can think is like, oh god, yeah. There's so many of those like, oh, they're so ugly and they're so normal and so bland girls, but they're so pretty and all the guys actually want her and they're all flirting with her, but she's just too idiotic to actually know. No, can't get into it. I did honestly enjoy Twilight when I was younger, but like looking back at it now, not a good book, and Bella would annoy me so much. She'd annoy me so much. The 8th question is a popular series that you have no interest in reading. I think I picked 2. The first one being the Illuminae series. Oh, I think it's beautiful. The way it's written, the entire prose, and the covers look gorgeous, but it's sci-fi. I'm not a sci-fi fan, and the concept is not interesting to me at all, and so, yeah, that's definitely one I will probably never be picking up. It makes me sad because I wanted so badly for that cover. The second one is, I might get this wrong, Miss Peregrine's House for Peculiar Children, something like that. I don't know why it's not interesting to me. Like, I have the first book, I think, and I've never wanted to read it. So I just sort of, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Maybe someday, but that's not really interesting to me. And the last question is number 9, which is the saying goes, the book is always better than the movie, but what movie or TV show adaptation do you prefer more than the book? Controversy time! The first one being Harry Potter. I don't find J.K. Rowling's writing to be very captivating and enthralling. So when I was younger, I read books 1 through 4 very quickly because they're easy reads for me. I was a very quick reader, and I didn't find these to be hard books, and they just weren't really immersive. But I was like young, and like I think they're good books for children. And then when I got to the 5th book, it's just downhill. I've never read further than like 50, like half the page. I think I read half of the 5th book, read part of the 6th book, and tried to read some of the 7th book, and just, nope, never. But I actually still really love the movies. Still a lot wrong with them. And there's stuff that they miss or leave out from the books that make me sad. But you know what? I still think they're better personally. Not great, but better. And I will always watch them. I always like to binge watch them. They're just sort of guilty pleasures now. But they're fun. The second one being Shadowhunters. I actually really like the TV series. I need to catch up. I'm behind. But I've always really loved the Shadowhunters series. I'm really disappointed that they are canceling it. I really like it. I love the representation. So much representation. It's corny. And like the very first season is so cheesy. But I really like it. And it definitely got better in the 2nd season. I think I was really enjoying the 3rd season. But I don't know. It really disappoints me that they're canceling it. And they're like the fandom was working so hard. I was part of the fandom for a while. Really was working so hard to try and get it back. And they were doing so much. But now it's just nope. But the books are absolutely not something I like. There's so much wrong with them. There's so much controversy behind it. And the third one is The Hunger Games. I actually didn't mind the movies. I didn't think they were amazing. But again, I actually enjoyed them. I went out to see them in theaters. I had fun watching them. But again, as I said earlier, the books weren't for me. So this should be hopefully a quicker video. I will hopefully be back. I don't know how often I'll be moving. I'm planning on Monday. But I wanted to give you guys sort of like something back because I've been around. I wanted to sit down and write back to some of you guys' comments, but life sort of kept getting in the way, and I need to start looking into some stuff very seriously about work and also where I wanted to move next and what I need to do to get to where I want to go next. So I hope you guys understand. I don't know how regular my postings will be. I want to do it once a week, but with everything sort of bogged on me right now, I don't have a set schedule. So if I can ever get a set schedule going, I'm hoping to make it once a week. But for now, I will end this video here. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'll have to try and post some more on there. I'm sorry. I've been posting okay on Twitter, but Instagram I fail at. And also follow me on Goodreads. And yeah, I'll leave this video here. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!